Don't go chasing waterfalls. What do you call a mustache soaked in urine? Pistachio. I was sitting at the barbershop the other day and this old guy comes in. He says, yeah, I was wondering if you could help me out. It's been years since I've had a good straight edge shave because I got all these wrinkles in my cheeks. Barber says, I got just the thing. Sit down. And he grabs this little wooden ball. He says, stick that in your cheek and it'll smooth it out and I can shave it up real good. So he does that and the guy looks in the mirror. He says, oh, that's the best shave I've had in years. He says, well, what happens if I swallow the ball? Don't miss him a beat. The barber says, well, just bring it back in a couple of days like everybody else does.
Hey, Dad.
What else going?
Good. I got a new girlfriend.
Really? How'd that happen?
Well, I told her she reminded me of a McDonald's ice cream machine. She's sweet, cold, and a little broken inside.
That's true. It was one Saturday afternoon. Little Johnny's getting a little thirsty, so he goes on down to the local pub and goes and sits down and orders a drink. He has a couple, and the bartender comes up. He says, man, I've been meaning to ask you. He says, why is your head so small? Little Johnny says, well, I'm surprised it took you this long to ask me. He says, I'll tell you. He says, about 5 years ago, I was stranded on this desert island with nothing but women, and I was the only man, and so naturally I had sex with all of them except one, their leader. And I went up to their leader, who was a female, and she told me she could grant me one wish. I said, well, I wish to have sex with you. She says, I can grant you anything but that. So I thought about it and said, well, would a little head be out of the question? Hey, John, want to hear a joke? Yep. Well, little Johnny's sitting there at the dinner table, and he's not eating his broccoli. His mom says, little Johnny, you eat your broccoli right now or you're going to bed. His dad leans in, and he whispers something to little Johnny. Little Johnny starts eating up all his broccoli. She says to him, what did you say to him to get him to eat his broccoli? Well, I told him if he didn't eat up that broccoli, his pecker wouldn't grow any bigger. She looks at him, and she socks him right in the mouth. He says, what's that for? She said, it's because you didn't eat your broccoli when you were a kid.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud?
We gotta go to the hospital.
What do you mean we gotta go to the hospital? What's wrong?
Well, today I woke up with 5 wieners.
5 wieners?
Yeah.
How do your pants fit?
Well, to be honest, they fit like a glove. Hey, Dad.
Hey, bud, how was summer school?
Not that good. I got in trouble.
Really, what happened?
Well, the teacher asked me, if I say that I'm beautiful, what tense is that? And I say, well, Teach, I'm no genius, but I'm pretty sure that's past.